Technic cannoli.
What's good, Nerd Mob? This is Nerd Mafia. Back at it again, reacting to the latest episodes of Daredevil. And honestly, kind of a crazy day today beyond that, too. As if you were paying attention to Twitter, we got a whole lot of watching shares today. But it looks like it ended up showing us some pretty cool stuff as we learned. Thanks, buddy. Oh, man, you know what? I got my T-shirt in, too, and I forgot to put it on. But what's up, Dana Fisher? What's up to everybody else that's watching this, whether live or on the replay? As I was saying, we got a lot of news today in the form of chairs. And as you can see, the picture to that way. All roads lead to Doomsday. New logo. And we basically found out that they're going to include the X-Men, some of the OG X-Men from those movies, or most of them, I think. We definitely got Magneto. We definitely got, let me see, James Marsden was a surprising one. So we're going to get Cyclops back. We're definitely going to have Beast back. And in addition to that, we're going to have, my blanking right now. Oh, the one that threw me was Mystique. We're going to get Rebecca Romijn back as well, which learned today that I did not know how to spell her name. But anyway, that was kind of just a little short break for all the people that got stuck watching these videos all day. Listen to this crazy music. A whole lot of watching waiting. Really difficult to air. And so it was, I don't know what to make of that, but definitely aggravating. Just waiting for them to actually, I don't know why they didn't just come out and make an announcement. I guess they really wanted our attention in the weirdest way possible. But anyway, not sure where Trev is tonight. Thought he'd be here, but something must have came up. So we'll jump right into breaking down the episode. As you can see, we're definitely spoiling the episode. So if you've watched Daredevil, or you haven't watched Daredevil episode 5 and 6, probably want to get the hell out of here right now. Spoiler alert is posted on the bottom of the screen. Just so fair warning, if you do join and hear us talking, that's what we're going to be talking about. So let's get into it. Basically, we start off episode 5. Matt Murdock's in a bake looking to get a loan. And surprise, the loan officer is actually, what did you say over here? I see your comment, Daniel Fisher. Let me hold up. Those syncopated notes really give the impression of a countdown a lot of times, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Enough of that. Anyway, Matt's trying to get a loan for his firm. Loan officer happens to be Yusuf Khan, Kamala Khan's father. And he even goes as far as to show off the Funko Pop he's got of his daughter. Thought that was pretty cool. That's actually the real Funko Pop, I think, that's released, or it's pretty close to it. It looks like they might have put it on like a different base there. But anywho, Matt gets denied for the loan, heads out, and then robbers head right in. We end up learning this is a crew working for Luca, who we definitely saw like in the first episode when Vanessa was addressing the organization before Fisk was back. And I actually saw a video with MT talking about it, and he pointed out how each one of the Infinity Stones is actually symbolized here, or just displayed here with their hoods, except for the Soul Stone, which comes into play later. Thought that was interesting. Anyway, Matt uses his powered senses as he's walking down the road, talking to Kirsten, his partner. Here's what's going down, tells her to call 911, and then he just casually walks back into the bank like any blind guy might do. To my right, Dirty Ezio. To my left, Jesus Christ. And then I'm pretty sure this is a returning character. I forget her name already, though. But this is basically the backup deputy negotiator. She gets the lead guy on the phone. He makes some demands. She basically says that's damn near impossible, but let me get 2 hostages in good faith. And they end up picking a woman that's there with her husband and Matt. Matt goes ahead and calmly tells him, "Why don't you let them go and I'll stay?" And somehow convinces this guy to let him do it. He's kind of getting a good chuckle out of his story of his life. So anyway, they both take off. And mixed in here before I got the screenshot, Matt actually goes through and he has a talk with Yusuf, basically knowing that the manager of the bank, Mike Porter, what up? Detective Angela Kim, something like that. I think Daniel Fisher. But he basically lets him know, I mean, obviously Matt can hear his heartbeat while the robbers are looking for the manager of the bank. And they know they're going to ask this guy to open up the vault. He lets them know, I need you to stall as long as possible. And once they take him away to go look at the vault, I just think this part's funny. So this woman basically tells Matt, like, hey, why don't you just sit out so you don't get us in trouble? And this guy next to her, too, is the sanitation worker who we end up seeing in the next episode. You see, like, right here, they give us, like, a little casual foreshadowing that, like, she's in on this, too, as, like, everybody else is just keeping their head down, trying to, like, not draw attention to themselves. And she's sitting there just perfectly calm, head up, just waiting for the motions to play out, you know? Matt basically tells him he's got to take a tinkle. Gets led away by one of the robbers. And, you know, loosens his tie. Goes to work. This is a really cool scene, actually, where the bank robber's shotgun is about to fall off the staircase. Matt actually just in the nick of time, reaches over, grabs it while still choking this dude in the scissor lock until he passes out. Yusuf is stalling for as long as he possibly can. This guy's fed up, but Matt shows up just in the nick of time to knock him out. And then actually picks up and impersonates him on the walkie-talkie to buy them more time. Then we cut away to blind bladder. We cut away to Wilson Fisk and Vanessa at like a fundraising event. I might have missed something here. But he ends up getting pulled away due to some interesting news they find out. I feel like we're jumping ahead here. Oh, you know what? We jumped into the next episode. Did I mislabeled these. Way to go, me. All right. Hold up. That's why. It was all going well until I mislabeled. All right, there we go. So Matt actually goes to, right after he walkie-talkies in, Matt actually goes to pick the lock, and Yusuf's basically like, this is a 4-lock combo, man. You're not getting in here. And he's like, yeah, no big deal. We got this. Basically, this dude drops the keys like that they find on the guard's body as they're searching for which security deposit box it goes to. Drops them 4 times like an idiot. That was getting kind of annoying. And then they finally realize there's a big-ass jewel just sitting in there. They say it's a diamond, I think, at first, but I'm pretty sure they're not like soul stone color. So whatever that is. I don't know if we got any jewelers here. Matt basically listens in at this point, too, and hears that the negotiators are like done playing. There's a little bit of banter back and forth, too. She tells actually a pretty hilarious joke about a penguin. You have to watch the episode to get more of that, get the delivery better. Matt comes back up, though, basically stalls out this robber until the last like possible second, and when like negotiators are going to rush in. You see here. And he just tosses up the bag with the jewel, or what we think is a jewel, right as they're breaking through the door. And through all the commotion, like they throw in nerve gas, all that cool stuff happens. They start busting heads. This guy just sneaks off. He's wearing a police uniform under his outfit the whole time. Sneaky. While the police are roughing people off, Matt gets a shot in, takes out Yellow Hood. And then the cop comes over to the girl we talked about earlier, drops the jewel with her. So he had like kind of a contingency plan. I see you, Daniel Fisher. I remember you doing that. And you see here this same woman. And then he just silently makes his way out. That's his escape. Matt, of course, catches up to him, cracks his head open, and the girl opens up her pouch that was supposed to have the jewel, finds out it's butterscotch. And then Matt goes back to the bank. Next day, Yusuf's like, oh, you're not here to get your loan, are you? He's like, I'm just here to have some candy and accept an invite for dinner at your house in Jersey City. I wonder if that ever gets followed up upon too. We'll have to see. And and then he basically puts his hand in the candy jar, finds the jewel, and Matt left. So that pretty much concludes episode 5, which was kind of a fun episode. Trev was talking about it earlier, how he thought it was basically like a callback to Inside Man. I honestly, old ass movie. I haven't seen it in like 20 years. I do know it takes place at the same bank as this one. So I can see where he's coming from there. Would have been able to talk a little more if he was here, but is what it is. But anyway, we jump into episode 6. Starts off with a BB report. And usually I don't even clip these out to throw them in our video, but got another sighting here, right? If you remember, and the guy she's interviewing in this video actually just calls him straight up. He's like a swordsman. Did not expect this cameo to come up. Straight out of Hawkeye. I thought that was pretty cool and relevant. I mean, the Kingpin's involved, so honestly, wasn't a crossover I was even thinking about. That kind of opens the door to more things. So we'll see what happens going forward. I doubtful we're going to get more cameos, but we'll see. And this is a dude that basically got stabbed in the leg, episode 4. And you can see Muse had his way with him. Hopefully we don't get pinched for this video or photo. So let's just skip on by. Then we cut to a scene of a sanitation engineer. Yeah, I definitely lost some points too, Daniel Fisher. Oh, I just got a message from Chev. Oh, he's here. All right, cool. You ready? I can't hear you yet. I'm going to put you on. Shake your head if that's a bad idea. All right.
Sorry.
I can't hear you in the backstage. It's weird. T-Rev, everybody. Walking around his basement.
Yeah, but yeah. Sorry, I was...
Somebody
was on,
your
like I said, I was on like a union phone call for about 40 minutes there. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, we I think I kind of blew through episode 5.
Go
back and talk about anything.
No worries. Do what you're doing. Sorry, I apologize for being, like I said, that's got to take priority for me, though. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, of course, man. But yeah, we just kind of blew through that, and then catching up on this, we kind of started off the BB report, catching clips of the swordsman, which I was saying is pretty cool. I honestly didn't think much about the guy since Hawkeye. So,
and then he was later on in the episode too. Like you have already kind of addressed the party and everything too, and
yeah. So that was pretty cool seeing him. Honestly, not a cameo I was thinking about at all, though. So
I like that actor.
Yeah,
he was great in Better Call Saul, right?
Oh damn! I didn't think about that.
He's the main bad guy in Better Call Saul, right?
I know. I just don't even just didn't click in my head. That was him. Like now you say it, I'm like, oh shit, yeah.
That's what got him this gig at Marvel, probably, right? Because I think he was hired right after Better Call Saul was done, right? So for Hawkeye.
Yeah, makes sense.
But
Yeah, we see dude that got stabbed up by Muse, episode 4. He's got no eyes. And then this sanitation dude just cleaning off a big red blood stain.
That's not though, right? Because they're trying to power washers and all that kind of stuff, and it's not coming off.
Yeah. So this is going to come back later. This part I thought was really interesting. They lead off the episode getting into this, and this is definitely did Muse paint a flower? It could be called the rosebud. Jesus Christ, Mike Porter. All right.
The rosebud.
He said roseblood.
I know, but rosebud like Citizen Kane, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a Citizen Kane joke.
I just think it's a weird ass dad joke. It's Mike Porter. So we get off, and we, by the way, like we haven't even gotten to the intro credit yet for the episode, right? That was kind of like, as I'm looking back at it again, I think I noticed it just like skimming through to do this. They waited like 10 minutes into the second episode to do that. But we lead off right away when we get to Matt. He's like readdressing his faith. And like it's coming back.
Yeah, he's praying and he's looking at the thing. Yeah, like it's
and it keeps coming back too. Like it's,
I wonder if that's what they're trying to show, is that it's like his faith is part of what is part of him being Daredevil. Like when his faith is low, he doesn't want to be Daredevil.
Maybe.
You know, when he's not experiencing, when he's not experiencing, but not practicing his faith. And so him going back to practicing his faith is part of what that's what they're trying to express, is part of what brings him back to being Daredevil, right?
Yeah. And I mean, they're clearly not letting us forget about Foggy right here now too. They're shouting his name out, and they're showing us like, hey, he's still a thing. You know, so right in the midst of this too, he has a couple of like traumatic flashbacks to like the bank and the day Foggy died.
Are you wearing an Ohio State hoodie?
No, get out of here. This is UConn, buddy. Get your America right.
I was thinking, I think I had that same Ohio State hoodie like 20 years ago, but it's UConn. But it's very simple. Sorry, I got sidetracked there for a second. I apologize.
You're good. I do that on my own. So, yeah, he's going through like the motions with that, and he basically gets caught praying by his girlfriend. I was confused. I know it's Heather, but I always want to say Kirsten because that's his partner and messes me up. You know, all women are the same, basically. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so she basically like straight up says, she's like, "Oh, you still pray?" So yeah, it's definitely like a thing, like leading right up until like when he finally gets back to being him.
And if you go back to the previous screenshot, you can just see like that shot in itself is just showing the duality of light and dark right there, right? And like,
oh yeah,
like it's like that's purposely showing, that shot is purposely showing like maybe like darkness is taking him over kind of thing.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's gonna need, and I remember you saying like when like the after we were watching the first episode that saying like a climactic moment will probably be him like having to like doing like a confessional with the priest, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's coming at some point.
Yeah, you know, I still think that's probably coming as well. Like that's like it's all part of this, right? Is like that him being Daredevil is him. He's gonna have to confess for the sins he does as Daredevil, right? As the devil.
Yeah,
and that could be like the darkness of the devil taking him over again, right? So that's like, I think that's what they're trying to. It's probably not like like it's just like something that's like symbolic with the shot and everything, right? So
yeah.
Or episode 8, Daniel. Yeah, like the penultimate episode is obviously like always like usually the best episode of a TV of a season, right? Is usually the second last episode, right? So
I was thinking like what Daniel's saying right here too. I was thinking next episode he's probably getting in there because he finally like, put the mask back on.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for my prediction for next week, but
plus the fact that if you keep going here, we know what happens in this episode. For what happens in this episode, maybe like he feels guilty that someone almost died, right? So
yeah,
keep going.
Yeah, and then they keep doing the parallels between him and Fist too, because you'll notice like the whole time the sequence, I keep going back and forth between them two. So Luca pays Fisk a visit here, and he's not holding back anymore. He's like, hey, here's the deal. This is about the 1.8. Now it's going to be 2.8, and you're going to pay the remainder to me, or basically, yeah. Then they cut right back to Matt, and she brings up like how she's writing a book. Well, first she talks about like the bank experience. She doesn't talk about it yet. This is when she starts to, and then she brings up like the book, and she's like, says something to the effect of, is the vigilantism putting on the mask allowing you to be your true self, or is it allowing you to be animalistic?
Whenever they talk about stuff like this, do you ever flash back to like the Jim Carrey movie, The Mask? Like in Ben Stein in that movie, we all wear masks. like Jim Carrey goes to see him, and he's trying to like explain to him like whenever they have a conversation about masks in like a superhero show, I always kind of flash back to that movie and Ben Stein talking to Jim Carrey.
Doesn't he do it a little bit in when he's in Batman too? Batman Forever.
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah. He does something to that effect. With like Two-Face or something. But yeah, they get into that. Obviously, she's looking to do a book, which is probably going to get her in trouble pretty soon.
Well, she wants to interview Frank, and she wants to interview Daredevil. And like she clearly doesn't know Matt is insert exposition symbolism into dialogue. She clearly doesn't know Matt's Daredevil at this point, right? But like that's probably going to become apparent. Like she's like we see from the first episode, we saw that Muse visited her, so I assume Muse is going to kidnap her at some point or another, right? So,
oh yeah, we'll probably figure out who Matt is.
Yeah,
because everybody just seems to, but nobody tells anybody.
Yeah.
All right, so Fisk wraps up that talk with Luca. And then our boy from the bank comes back, goes on some long-winded rant, and she's like, can you just shut up and tell him what you told me? And she basically tells him about the blood and the graffiti and the epoxy and all that stuff, and a little unsettling. And then Fisk is basically like, give me Commissioner Gallo. And that's how they wrap up that combo. Then we come back to Matt again, and Hector's niece comes to visit him. She basically lays it out there that she thinks he was onto something. She's kind of got it tracked down to like the area where it's happening. She thinks he was looking for the serial killer. And Matt kind of is like, hey, look, there's nothing I got to do. You got to let the authorities handle it. And then she leaves pissed, tells him to stop therapizing her. A little bit of a weird combo, but
yeah, he seemed weirdly aggressive towards him. Like, like he's not doing enough to help her. He's not like yeah, like it's a weird stance for her to take, considering he's a lawyer. Like he is trying to help. He's a lawyer, but like it's a weird stance for her to take, like that. He's not doing enough. Like, what does she exactly expect him to be able to do? Like, it's not like
expect a defense lawyer to go investigate. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then Skywalker's Academy. What up, man? But then also I was hoping that aggression meant she was gonna like put on the emblem, you know?
I was hoping we would see that this episode, yeah. Like when she was later on, when you see her walking like in the subway tunnels.
Yeah, it's like,
and you probably have a screenshot of it. So I was thinking that when she heard that thing, I thought she might put the emblem on, kind of thing. I was thinking that. Yeah,
it's like, why would you go down there without that? Like, what are you thinking? You got the whole shebang. You got the costume. I mean, it's got a hole in the side of it now, but you got that. like roll with it, you know? And then when you see the actress too, it's like, all right, she's not as young as I thought she was in the first picture. So it's like, all right, they might have made like a wise choice.
She seems like 13 to 16 kind of thing, right?
Maybe, but like right about the age range where it's like probably perfect timing for her to like become like a young Avenger, champion, whatever they do, you know? So, I don't know. I thought maybe we were going to see her this episode and don the costume. Probably still could happen. We go from there back to Fisk's office. Once Gallo gets there, they basically start reviewing all the graffiti. And he says at one point, she was hilarious. He stops him. He just kind of fades out as he's talking. He starts laughing. And then Gallo's like, I know what I'm doing. I've done this before. And he's like, when a sanitation expert finds out about a serial killer before the police do, something's clearly wrong. And he's like Gallo wants to sound off like alarms, like probably like let the public be informed that this is happening. And Fisk is basically like, you do that, he's going to hide for a while and come back stronger. How about we take my approach? You know? But the sanitation thing, like, like when the sanitation experts find out about serial killer before the police do, something's wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird for thinking that was funny. Maybe I'm the bad guy. I don't know. And then we cut to Muse. He gets approached by two girls who are basically going to be the last thing they do. And then we get to Fisk attending this this fundraiser where he's basically just going to be told, like, you're nothing. Before that, though, oh, no. Yeah, so he goes through the motions. He talks to a few people. They're basically letting him know, like, hey, you don't get to do anything that we don't say you can. Like, we run things here. And then Swordsman comes up and basically just puts it to him, like, blunt, like, these people might not be the people that, I think he says, like, tie concrete bricks to people's feet or do this or that, but they got enough people to pay somebody to do it. And he's like, he's like, no, it's a warning, though. And I don't know. I thought it was a cool little cameo. I was happy to see this guy back. You're not frozen, right? You still there? Trev?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, you looked like dead frozen for a second, though.
Oh, sorry. I was also just messaging something about a purchase at the same time.
Anyway.
Okay, keep going. I just got a message. That's why I was just messaging back. So sorry.
All right. And then somewhere in that mix, we cut to somehow they end up back in they're like in a hotel room at this fundraiser or something. I was kind of piecing together. I think, I don't know.
I mean, they're at regardless, they're at like some kind of event, right? They're at like whether it be like some kind of room at a hotel room, right? Like just some. It doesn't really matter. They're just at an event, a fundraising event, right? So and the way they look at Fisk right now, I think he felt very weak during this whole thing. The way they they didn't respect his power. They didn't respect who he used to be. They the way they view him now is like less than.
Yeah.
Like that's the feeling I got from this. That
it's
the way they were talking down to him, like he wasn't feeling respected, right?
Yeah. It kind of just like it made me laugh a little bit too, though, because it's like this dude. They kind of made it out like he won like overwhelmingly. They couldn't explain it, like almost like Trump-esque. So it's like you would think they'd be more afraid of him, you know? It's like as rich as you are, like your guy didn't win, like he beat everybody. So I don't know.
Yeah, but they're like the power behind the. Like they're always like people with the they're the power behind the politics, right? So that's what kind of what he used to be, and so now he has to do his own kind of thing to show his power, right? So now he's got to bring himself kind of back up, and again that goes to him right before this scene when you see him like when he's trying on the suit and the suit tears because he's getting bigger again, right?
Been chowing down on that sausage and pasta.
Yeah, like he's getting bigger. He's starting to be. And like you said, it's a dichotomy with the same way Matt is becoming Daredevil again. He's becoming what he used to be.
Matt has faith. Fisk has fat. That's how it goes. And then, so right as they're getting back into the fundraiser, Fisk gets called away. Before we get to what he gets called away for, we have a conversation with Cherry where, and actually,
this is weird.
I missed a little bit too. Like, back here when he's talking with Gallo and he kind of phases, they basically explain like this isn't like a run-of-the-mill serial killer. Like he's killed, they're estimating 60 plus people. And this is what Cherry basically fills him into. He's like, hey, my guy's in his apartment. Let me know what's happening. This is serious.
But it's weird the way that Cherry interacts with him. Like there's a way that like it wasn't cut very well for this. Like he was warning him, don't do it, man. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Like there was like moments like that where like the way Cherry was interacting with him, it wasn't appropriate for the scene.
No.
I didn't think so. I think it was like I felt like they probably just could have cut what Cherry's dialogue was right before he got up and walked away. They probably just should have just cut that. It seemed weird. It seemed weird to me the way that he was kind of telling him. It just kind of like warning him not to do anything, kind of thing. As I recall, I only watched the episode once last night, but
wouldn't you also think too if like he knows who he is and he decided to work with him anyway? And he does make more sense if he like respected what he did, you know? Like I don't know.
I'm saying that I like the actor playing Jerry. Like he's very Mike-esque, right? So
yeah, sure.
Also from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Not as cool as Mike though. Mike's badass, but
yeah, but he's very Mike-esque though. Like the whole character is very Mike-esque.
Yeah. And we cut to Fist getting another look at the newest victims. These are the two girls that approach Muse earlier. And I mean, I gotta say though, like some of the sickest people make the best art.
If you see, like the girls are wearing black and white, right? So that he views it like as a direct. Someone says like as a direct attack on the police.
Yeah. Because
of the symbolism, I guess, right? The black and.
Yeah, there's too much symbolism in this show to keep up with. To be honest with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of like there's a lot of in depth like with his art. Probably there's even way more than we're just doing very surface level.
Yeah.
Surface level inspection here. Like it'd be interesting to look at all the art pieces that they've done for this show. There's probably a lot more there. Like even like that Kingpin one. There's probably a lot more there.
Somebody I watched today went even deeper, saying like this track 61 we're talking about in a minute, where he's basically taking his victims is like an area underneath like where the Battle of New York happens, and it was meant to be like a cultural area or something for like the richer, more powerful people, and basically like they're insinuating like in their theory like they think maybe Muse has something to do with maybe a family member died in like the battle, and like rather than taking care of people they're trying to renovate and take care of like their toys or their space instead.
Remember that's where Kate Bishop lived, right? Hawkeye going back to Swordsman. That's where Hawkeye, like Kate Bishop and her mother lived, right where the Battle of New York happened, and they're very rich, as well as working for Kingpin.
Yeah, I think we definitely haven't seen the last of Swordsman. That was just an intro. Might get a few people pop up towards the end. What are we saying here, Daniel Fisher? We saying. Yes, the mayor, King Hell was one of his names. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you put this up in the Discord. Yeah, it's a lot going on. And then we cut to Fist meeting with Gallo, and he's basically like, "This is what I want to do. I want to assemble a task force." And the commissioner's basically like, "These are all the baddest of the bad apples that we have." And he's like, "That's the point."
Yeah, he wants cops that he can manipulate and that he knows will cross the line, right? But he knows they'll.
Anyway, that top page is the cop we already met, and then this dude Cole Norris. Definitely a lot more to say on him. We'll pop up on him in a minute.
Yeah, he's
pause. I missed. Damn it! Hold on. E623. Why did that pop up? I don't know. Somehow I did these out of order.
That's her walking through the subway there, and that's.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is what I thought she would put on. Like when she heard a sound, I thought she would put on the thing, but she never did.
Yeah, somehow these just came up out of order, even though I sorted them. But anyway, yeah, she's walking through here. I'm waiting for it too. I'm like, oh, all right. Like, why would you go around this place without any kind of power at all? Like, didn't make much sense to me. But she does. Muse ends up getting her.
And then he drugs her to take her in, and he drugs her, and then he's gonna like like full Dexter style drugs her, and then he's gonna take her blood from her, right? So
yeah, I had it all in sequence, and this is way out of it, but whatever. We'll get back to it. So we cut back to Fisk again. He meets up with his crew, and this dude, Cole Norris, this is the guy. Basically, in the comics, and you could probably speak even more on this. He's not like a villain, but he's not a hero either. He's definitely got like a big anti-vigilante agenda.
He's one that killed. He's probably the one that killed Hector, right? So
maybe not. Like, I know Josh's videos he definitely put out to the nerds. He was saying he didn't think that was like him, like he'd actually kill him. But
then who killed him? Just some no-name guy?
No idea. We're gonna find out. I'm sure at some point. All right, so we get to her here, and basically, like, she gets grabbed by Muse at this point, right after the shot. Then we cut to Matt. He's sitting in his apartment, and he's actually following up on what she told him. If you look in closer, zoom in here, you'll see like this is accessibility on track 61. It's basically going over like what's happened since the battle. He gets a call from her mother. Basically, he stops. He's about to call 911 after this, and he's like, "Fuck it," and he goes in. This is Muse carrying her back. You see, I was paying attention to this too. This part, he sedates her, and then he goes and just like jabs her with a giant freaking. Like it seems like he's like going because he hits her in the leg. In my head, it's like he's just going for like the main artery in the leg,
the femoral artery.
Which
I'm saying that you'd be bleeding up pretty fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like when I see Matt like try to revive, I'm like, "There's no way." Like she's like,
because if they had done for example, the descending aorta in his stomach, she'd be dead in a minute. It's like a garden hose.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is if like
the femoral artery, I think, is the second biggest artery branching off the aorta, right? So like
she can kind of close off the valve from that and keep the blood from coming out of her.
That's but he was getting the blood from her, so like it's pretty fucking crazy to do it that way. Like, yeah, she'd be dead probably within a few minutes.
Yeah, I don't think he had a safety valve on that. Like, I don't think that was part of the agenda. All right, so then we cut as this is all going down. Matt's like on his way. We cut to Fisk. He's got Adam again, and he's like, "Fun and useful for you have a tool situations." He just throws dude an axe.
I really like this. Yeah, I actually really like the Fisk cutaway scenes between him and Daredevil. I really like the Fisk scenes, like where he was with him and throwing him up into the ceiling and showing his power, and it was pretty cool. I thought it was. I really enjoyed it, actually.
And that's where this one is supposed. No, this isn't there yet. All right, hold on. All right, so then we cut back. Matt shows up, beats up on some Muse. Then we cut back to Fisk again.
Because we don't know that Muse has any training, but it seems like the way Muse is fighting him, that like Daredevil should. Like, I understand Daredevil will be rusty as well, like, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess he just has normal strength, but like, I mean, it just seems like Daredevil should be kicking his ass more like a ninja rather than.
So Muse in the comics is supposed to have like some kind of sensory blocking power or something like that.
Yeah.
Harder for Matt to fight him.
Kind of like when Spider-Man's fighting Venom. Like Venom knows the frequency of Spider-Man's spider sense. So when Spider-Man fights Venom, Spider-Man can't use his spider sense. Like it's because Venom's blocking his spider sense from working. So it's similar to that with Muse kind of thing.
And apparently it's not going down this road in the show.
Yeah.
He would have wiped the floor with him. But anyway, Fisk wipes the floor with Adam, like literally. And
like I said, I really liked this scene. I really liked it. And like the way that Fisk was relishing in it, and he was loving it. Like
he's like getting animalistic in this part too. Ooh, so that's another part. It's symbolizing, like it's actually acting out what Heather talks to him about earlier in the show. Like Fisk is letting out his animal, and his mask is basically in hiding doing this to him. And Matt's just being who he really is, trying to be a hero.
The same thing. It's the same thing. It's like I said. It's all the same thing. Like it's the duality of the both of them, and how like they've both been hiding what they really are. They've both been suppressing what they really are.
All right, and then Matt ends up getting the better of Muse, chokes him up, and he basically stops himself from going the full way of killing him because he gets sight of her. He's like, I gotta save her. So this is kind of like,
CPR on her. But does she need CPR or does she need fluids?
she's like, I need some fluids. Like, yeah, like this part's it had me right away. I'm like, it took me out of it. I'm like,
probably needs more like blood and saline than rather.
After that dude took the jab in her leg, he was definitely going for a main art. Like we've seen.
What exactly when you're doing the heart pump sort of thing? What exactly are you pumping through the body?
Yeah.
Like there's not gonna be enough blood to pump through the body.
Yeah, I was like, what? But anyway, I guess we'll just look beyond that. Like, so when he revives her, and then looks back, Muse is gone, and like that's pretty much the episode. Yeah, so we recap that. I'm stuck on the damn.
She didn't look pale, Daniel. Yeah, you're right, Daniel. She did look pale. So yeah, that part was right.
I don't know, man.
How did you feel about these two episodes?
So I don't get like. I don't actually see anybody really hating on it, but Josh at Den of Nerds.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't love them. I didn't hate them. They're probably like a solid 6.5, 7 to me. Like they're solid episodes. Like I said, I really liked the 5th episode just because like I wasn't here for you to go over it, but to me that episode was very much an homage to the movie Inside Man.
Yeah,
it was very similar like dynamics and everything else, and even like I think the bank was actually the same bank that.
Yeah, I looked that up actually. That
yeah, and I told you, it's like I said, I'm pretty sure it's the same bank, and like it's, and just even it was. I thought it was a very kind of. I don't know if we're gonna have any like who was the boss, because I don't think the girl was the boss either, right? Like the girl wasn't.
It was Luca, the dude that goes to see him.
Is it Luca?
Yeah.
Okay.
They mentioned it at one point in the. It said like Luca's gonna be something, yada yada yada.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah. I must have missed that.
And so it adds up to like episode 2 when he goes to see him. He's like, "We're not paying." It's like because he can't. That's why he's saying since they were gonna steal a gem to pay him. It was probably. I wonder if it was Fisk's gem.
Yeah, maybe. How'd you feel about Kamala having her own Funko and everything?
I thought that was funny. It was cool. Like,
and I liked her dad in the episode. To tell you the truth. I liked him better in this than I did in. I'd say that I liked her dad in her show as well, but I liked him in this. I think I liked him in this better than in her show.
Well, the dad is like, it's goofy, but like he's like relatable in the show. You know?
Yeah.
And then here, like we get the serious tone. It fits like, these characters like so much more better. Like just.
Do you think we're gonna get an episode where he kind of goes like an endings where he's over at Kamala's house for supper, meeting Kamala?
I don't know if it fits with what they're doing. It'd be kind of crazy if she showed up too, and like just because these aren't like really powered.
Or it would work better in like a season 2 of her show, right? Like where he showed up for dinner.
It would work
better in her show. Yeah.
If we get there, you know.
Yeah, if we get there.
I don't know. I don't think the tone would fit well with her, though. It just doesn't really add up.
And remember, it was a callback to the No Way Home too. He goes, "I'm a really good lawyer." After he breaks into the.
Kind of lawyer are you? Really good one.
I'm a really good lawyer.
Maybe Daniel. He said dinner at the cons would be a shawarma scene. Put that.
Maybe, but like I said, I think it might work better in like Miss Marvel season 2 if they ever make that. I don't know if they will, but if they ever, or a continuation of the Miss Marvel story from her perspective, it'd be better than from Matt's perspective. I would say.
Maybe not. I think So we've seen it like when they let her get carried away in a show. It's like very much like little kid. The ratings aren't there. We've seen her like attach herself to like an unpopular character. And
what the ratings were for that show? Because they say they were low, but then how bad have Daredevil's been compared to
yeah. Well, Daredevil apparently is still better than the Penguin. So, and people are raving about that. So,
but remember, quality of show, the number of people watching a show doesn't dictate the quality of the show. Right?
mm-hmm.
You should know that. You're a fan of Andor, so.
Have you caught up? Have you tried?
No, I have not.
Sorry. Some of me on my own for that one, but no. What should we call it? Let me get rid of this too. I liked it. Like episode 5 was like, it's kind of funny. Episode 5 was longer. And that
I didn't really recognize the time. So they were both about 45 minutes or so, right?
I feel like it was a little bit longer, and it's just like it's jammed in there, and you're like, "What is this doing here?" You know. But it was fun. Like I thought it was a cool. Like it kind of played into him just like getting back into being Daredevil.
Also, could have been the same way. Remember, I said that court scene could have been extended, like into episodes. That episode also could have been extended into a couple episodes, and maybe more effective with like let's say that's going on, and at the same time we're getting a like Fisk. Let's say he knows that people are breaking into that bank the same way, and again you maybe don't remember Inside Man, but let's say that was Fisk's diamond. Like they could have tied something into that, right? Let's say that was Fisk's box, one of his like, you know what I mean? It could have been him like, and him like say he set up the task, like he could have been sending the task force in there to go kill people, right?
Yeah.
If he had set up, if this had been more kind of intertwined, like you know what I mean, kind of thing. Like it's even though the task force was obviously created in the next episode after this, but like I mean, it just could have been. I feel like there could have been more of a dynamic there between that. More like I feel like it might have played better over a 2-episode thing. That's just my opinion anyway. Like I'm
okay with that one being one episode, but then when we get into episode 6, I enjoyed it, but then I had to like go back and see how the hell he was able to figure out where he was so quick, you know?
Well, again, like that confused me too when I was watching it. Only when I realized when you were going through here that he had the stuff up on the laptop.
Yeah.
And that the mother had said, or that not the mother, but she the niece Ayala. What's her name? Is it Ava? Angela?
I think so. Like I can't remember if that's her or her mother's name though. So I just avoid saying.
Soledad's the mother. I think it's Angela, but anyway, the niece, like the niece, but
too. So I don't know.
It might be Ava. Angela.
I don't know, man. I'm bad at this.
It might be Ava. You're right. I apologize, but
she's not listening.
But yeah, but she said that like that her uncle was investigating, you know, the track 61 or whatever right there, and so that's where she went to go investigate, and that's what Matt knew that she went to go investigate there. So that's why
I missed that.
For him to just find him so fast, though.
Mm-hmm. They could have definitely every like mystery or like investigation in the old show, it was way more drawn out than this. You know,
it felt pretty rushed. Yeah, like a lot of the stuff in this season has felt kind of rushed. That's what I was saying. Like stuff that could have played out better over 2 episodes or over a little bit more of an extended period of time.
And that's the thing. That's been like the knock on Marvel. Like with these shows, they jam everything in real quick. Like it's just a movie. It's like, dude, like slow down. Like you can build things up. You know,
that moments linger. Yeah.
I think it's Angela Del Toro in the comics, but I think they're calling her Ayala just to be less confusing in the show. Daniel Fisher. There's definitely a difference. I haven't looked at the credits, but I could be wrong. Because they say like when she comes in, say Ayala girl, but maybe they're just referring to the case, or I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have I just got nitpicks. I don't really have any big complaints about it. I'm having fun with the show. I look forward to it every week, you know.
I agree.
And as far as like keeping my interest, probably doing a better job than most of the other shows they put out. So not a high bar, but
I think you're more invested because there's a history with Daredevil, right? So you're more invested in Daredevil.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like because there's a history with it. So like it's
Absolutely.
whereas you weren't necessarily invested with Agatha. You weren't like and you need the story to catch you. Whereas you've already liked other episodes of Daredevil, other whole seasons of Daredevil and everything else, right? So
for sure. I'm still kind of wondering where they're gonna go now, though. Like, because obviously we know, like, just look at the picture below me.
like you said, it's got to be Muse kidnapping the girlfriend therapist.
Yeah, usually the most obvious thing is what they do.
Yeah, right. So that's got to be that. Kingpin obviously going more full Kingpin. I wonder if he'll still be mayor at the end of the season, or like will he do something or he'll step down or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, it kind of seemed to me like maybe Muse was like a red herring. Maybe the task force is going to be who they're really going at. Because why else do you need Punisher to come back, right, man? Matt just handled Muse like it was nothing.
Yeah.
But
like Muse is going to kidnap the therapist, though, right? So, like, that's going to be they set that up in the first episode of the season, right? So,
yeah, he's clearly not an Inhuman, though. So he's not a mutant, as far as we can tell either.
No,
it's a sick, twisted weirdo. All right, let me get in these predictions before Dan comes at me. It's your favorite part of the show.
Sure. Well, while you're doing that, I might go back and finish messaging that person. So if I freeze for a second, don't mind me. I'm just messaging someone really quick.
All right. So doing this recap actually helps a lot, and actually making sure I get the answers right. I know that the under was definitely correct for all of these. So place under with 1. All right, no courtroom scene either, so that's easy too. Star Wars Santa, the only one to say no there. Doesn't make me happy. All right. Does Matt visit a confessional booth? No. Got that point back from Santa right there. Does Bullseye appear? This is like the biggest gimme question that we have, other than the blip one. Does Muse appear? Not in episode 1. So no's will get it, and I don't believe anybody said no. So, yep. Does the Punisher appear? No to both. I was wrong on this one. Oh, am I missing some chat here? 10 minutes longer for the episode, Daniel Fisher said. I see. Yeah, man, that's I feel like it's better doing it this way. You actually just get into it, and it definitely like helped with this show because there's so much like context to this show, symbolism, stuff like that. I think it makes you appreciate it more. Is there a Defenders reference? I didn't catch any in either episode. Could be another gimme. Might have to work on those. All right. Does Wilson Fisk save Vanessa? He doesn't in the first episode. He does in the second. So I'm going to remember that. Oh, we got to let Trevor back in.
Yep, I'm all done. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Is the Snap or Bliff reference? Never is. I feel like this could come up, though, if that like theory about Muse's backstory is correct. and actually explaining why he's doing any of this.
I wish they'd set more shows during the blip.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole 5-year time period there that they just
like forget about it. Hawkeye.
Like, why do it? Why do that if you're never going to explore it?
Wait for a good idea, I guess. Does a character die?
Secret Invasion could have been happening during the blip.
Yeah. Yeah. Might have made more sense.
Yeah, because people disappear. Skrulls take their appearance of the people missing, right?
Yeah. So we counted the dude that got stabbed in episode 4 as a death, and they show his dead body in this one. Are we saying somebody died in both, or are we just saying he died in that last episode?
What's the question?
Does anyone die in this episode? Yeah. So.
And that's in episode 5?
I'm just going to be generous and give you both.
Are you doing episode 5 or episode 6?
5 right now. Because, there's definitely one in episode 6.
Yeah.
Screw it. Like, I'll give it to the yeses. Everybody except Dan. Dan, he'll be all right. He's beating us all anyway.
Because the 2 prostitutes are killed in episode 6.
I think I saw this, actually, Dan.
Or not necessarily prostitutes. It could have just been women. Saying that, I thought they were prostitutes because of that interview with the girl later.
There was definitely one in that, I think. But
yeah.
I don't think the 2 girls were. I saw something like this. I'm not sure if it was actually real, though. Like an updated the chronological order or whatever. This character injured.
Yep. That guy had a leg broken by Matt, right? The main robber.
Yep.
On top of also Matt took a gun butt to the chest and everything else too, right? So.
Yeah, he took out like 3 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Matt can do a fight? Yes, he does. Is there a cameo or reference to an own MCU character? Yes, there is. In freaking both of them. I don't think anybody said yes to this either. Oh, one person did. Ducky Momo, you son of a... All right. New, never before seen hero or villain. Besides me. Who?
Well, the robber. The head robber and all that kind of stuff, right? You never saw him before. He had a pretty major role.
Yeah, I guess so. So nobody gets a point there. Yet to be seen here. Did anybody get a correct prediction?
And also, we also met Angela Kim, right? That was the first time us seeing her, right?
Look at this guy,
Detective Angela Kim. That was the first time we met her that episode too, and she appeared.
I thought she was a returning character. I wasn't sure though.
I think it was the first time. I'm not 100% sure though.
Yeah, Dan, you smart little bastard with the BB video. Matt gets violent. Tucky Momo. Oh, and then me and Santa got nothing. All right, so I already filled this out. So what we're looking at is the new total after episode 5. 44 for Daniel Fisher, 41 for Ducky Momo catching up. All you guys whooping my ass? All right. Star Wars Santa, 44. I got 39. Oh, we tied. So that means Does Nerd Mafia beat Star Wars Santa is a push. Nobody gets a point there. All right. You fill these in. I'll fill those in after. Okay. All right. Switching over to 6. You guys can't see it, though.
Daniel makes a point there. Do you see what Daniel wrote there?
What'd you say? Wait, we were saying the guys used to stay with that. Oh.
Wouldn't you get that point at Nerd Mafia? Because if Santa's not beating you,
That's correct.
The question is just if is Santa beating you, right?
Yeah.
Is that what the question is?
Does he beat me? And
no, he's not beating you.
Damn right. All right. You just kill someone. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing now. Hold on. You just kill someone. I'll take that point, Santa.
Yeah.
And we'll take another point right here. I'm going to catch hell from Santa after this, but I don't care. All right. New total. All right. Now I'm back in the game. I mean, Dan and Santa's still beating me, but. All right. I did this the wrong way, so I got to reshare.
All right. Gotta have a Texas whistle in there.
Oh, got it. Okay. That ain't me, man. All right, here is 6.
Yep, Moon Tower. Be real cool if you did. I don't want to watch Daredevil.
5. I mean, when don't you want to watch Dazed and Confused?
Yeah, I mean, probably once a week I want to watch it. Used to have a drinking game for how many times the kid touches his face.
All right, we already established the unders were for both. Do we get a courtroom scene? No. No confessional booth. I think it's coming, though. No bullseye. These are like a lot of points for just writing your name. I might have to make some adjustments. Does Muse appear? Yes.
Yeah, you should probably take that question. Muse is going to appear in every episode going forward, I imagine.
Probably, yeah. Oh, we got 3 more left.
Yeah.
What is this? More dad jokes? Danta? What?
Finding Dan and Santa.
All right. No Defenders reference. I might even do this.
Even as dad jokes go, Mike, that's pretty lame.
You're supposed to. What he's looking for out of you on the stream is just go. That's what he wants. He wants that. He's made it clear. There we go. Just for people.
I got a really good knockdown joke.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, you start.
I start? That's not how it works.
You start.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not as lame as that, Mike. He just bailed you out. All right, Fist did say Vanessa in this one. I caught it. Vanessa. Yeah, Mike Porter's got a point here.
Did they though?
All right, snapper blip. No. Does the character die? Yes, indeed. This might be. I got to think of some better ones. I might have to go back to the drawing board for this. Oh wait.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you can do tonight after the stream. You can be creating new questions. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. You're not just gonna go stop this and start playing video games or something for the next 2 hours, then crash on your.
I mean, character injured. Yes. Rivals? No. Smack it in the fight. Yes.
I was gonna make a new survey question, but I got caught up playing video games for 6 days in a row.
I gotta admit, when you're starting to see everybody get the same answers, it's like, all right, we gotta mix this up.
Yeah.
Cameo reference, yes. Ducky got one here. He's
The cameo reference to in this episode.
Hmm?
Who was the cameo or reference to in this episode?
Swordsman.
Cool. And I mean, they brought Hector up again too. The dog, the niece. Or does that not count?
I mean, he's dead, bro. Foggy's picture showed up, so we're not counting that. Daniel, I can't let you think of the questions. You're playing, and you're in the lead. It's a new, never before seen hero or villain. No. Not that I know of. Oh. If Cole North was more of like...
Who was that girl who played the blonde rich lady, like during the fundraiser? Who was that actress?
I don't know.
I recognized her from something else.
Yeah.
You know, that the one that was talking down to the Kingpin during the fundraiser?
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I'll have to go back and check. Mike Porter's got plans, though. That pissed me off like none other, dude. I talked about that at the beginning of the screen.
Hey, though, you got after Loki, though, there was Professor X, there was Cyclops, there was...
Not whole X-Men team. Well, most of the X-Men team going to be in there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here, fill in your own protection. We get a chase scene. I don't think we got one in this episode.
I mean, you had Matt running at Muse.
Yeah, it's not really. That would have been better for the first one. I would have given it to you.
Chase scene are you expecting? Like a running chase scene?
I mean, somebody actually being chased. I don't think that happened at any point.
Did you write down in the last episode that when Matt was chasing the bank robber at the end, he was following him?
That would have worked. I would have given him a point for that one.
Mm.
We see new artwork, but we did see new artwork. Matt puts on. All right, so me and Santa basically had the same one here. Might be a tie. Oh, and I didn't do the damn thing right. Oh,
No, that wasn't the one.
What? Yeah, we tied up this time.
No, that's not the person I was thinking of, Daniel. It's a younger person than that. Younger blonde lady during the...
Yeah, I got to do new questions. Look at this.
The same
We
score?
all got the same exact score. No complaints in the second episode for that. And 11, that's actually kind of high, too. All right, we're going back to the drawing board. A lot of these may not be here anymore. If I wasn't convinced of the first one.
Does the Kingpin kill someone? Does the Kingpin get into a fight?
I know. I got to focus more on Fisk. That's what I'm not focused on him enough.
Yeah.
We're gonna mix it up because some of them could stay. There's a couple good ones, but I think a lot of them are worn.
I would say get rid of the get injured and the dead, definitely, because that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
someone's gonna get Daredevil. Someone's gonna get injured every episode. No offense, that's a stupid question to include, man.
Whatever.
Has everybody put yes every single time? Who's put no? Has someone put no to someone getting injured every single time?
Whatever. All right. All right. So Daniel Fisher's still on top. Star Wars Santa nipping at his heels.
D Fish.
Actually, neck and neck, really. And then me and Ducky Momo nipping at his heels. We're 4 behind. So still a very tight race with 3 episodes to go. I don't think we get. Is it a 2-episode finale? I think this is the last 2-episode one, right?
I don't know. I think next week is 1 episode. The last one might be 2 episodes.
Let me check that out real quick.
is the Kingpin test? What does the winner get?
What happened?
What does the winner get? I said.
Oh, we got I got like a Daredevil figurine right behind me. Oh, this guy right here.
Like the McFarlane statue?
Yeah. Whoop.
Yeah, the McFarlane statue though.
Yeah.
1 to 10.
Issue 600 says Daredevil issue 600 inspired.
Well, no, I mean when I say 1 to 10, I mean like the ratio. Like so, like there's one in 6 figures and there's 1 in 10 figures. Like the size. So like it's one. Like that's 1/10 the size of like a normal person. Then you can get ones that are like 1/6 the size of a normal person, right?
Probably 110, maybe.
It is. Yeah. I think only Spider-Mans have been a 1 in 10. Because I have the 2 Spider-Mans there. I think they're.
Oh, Mike Porter. So the documentary report during the episodes, during the original Daredevil series, there was a reporter, Ben Urich, who was like prominent in the show, and he worked with Karen Page, his character, a lot, and she ends up actually, I think, taking his job at one point. And he dies, but his niece, now that's like almost was like 8 years later, 7 years later. This is like her video or her vlog, like so she's doing. It's her way of reporting, basically.
I appreciate that, Daniel. It's pretty cool. I got that issue 49 today, this morning, well, this afternoon. Did you see on my Facebook post there, or my Instagram post, or whatever there? I posted my Fantastic Four 48 and 49 together, like the first appearance of Galactus and the Silver Surfer. I just need issue 50 now to finish that arc. Cool. And they're both 3.5s. They're not great ratings, but it's just so fucking cool to have them.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like we got 3 weeks. They're not doing any more double episode. Nice. Which is good. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely switch up the questions for him. I think we can lean more into like, do we find out who killed Hector? Does White Tiger, or does Ayala don the White Tiger suit? Does Fisk kill someone? That's a good one. That one dude is supposed to be like Bullet, right? One of Vanessa's henchmen. It's not even Fisk. It's like her guy. I could probably relate a question to that. We'll find a way. Find a way to make this more interesting.
Sabrina.
Yeah. You got any more thoughts on this or anything in general?
No. I'm like I said, I think these episodes they were okay, they were good. But I'm excited to see this last 3 episode run. I'm hoping the violence is top tier. Or we get maybe a little more Punisher.
Yeah, it'll definitely escalate after that. I think this Punisher appear is still solid to keep in there because we're kind of waiting. They keep hinting at it every episode.
Yeah.
I noticed in this one too, when they're in the track 61, there's actually like a Punisher mural up there too. Like when Ayala's niece is down there, you see one. But
yes, yeah,
could it's about to get spicy, guys. I made it too easy for you. Let Santa whoop my ass a little bit. We're not gonna let that happen anymore. I don't even know if Santa's watching this. I think he's just following my recaps and then guessing and then beating. Daniel Fisher says Punisher should appear in 8 at the very least. I would say he's got to be in the finale. This guy. I was expecting to see Daniel Fisher on one of the casting chairs, the video that lasted twice as much as any Avengers. It was ridiculous, dude. I was actually tuned in like right around the time when it started, and I'm like, what are they doing right now? Like, it's just a stunt to keep people paying attention to the Avengers or at Avengers on Twitter.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what Marvel's marketing ideas are, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, it was just annoying.
Yeah.
So I got to get ready for Andor soon because I like that show. There was a new trailer for that too. I actually didn't even watch it yet. I got to check it out.
There you go.
Obsession to the stream like the other night or last night.
I'm a busy guy. Like, I got a union trip this weekend. I got other things going on. I got a union trip this weekend, I said. I got other things going on.
So you're going to be like staying like in a hotel probably?
Yeah.
It sounds like a perfect time to just watch the show.
I mean, it's an educational trip. I got to do education stuff too, so.
Yeah, you'll be bored. Go back to your hotel room, watch the show at night.
Potentially.
Got to get it in, man. Missing out.
That's what she said.
Nah, she never says it.
Yeah. That's your life, man. That's your life.
She never says it at all. All right. Well, I got to go rethink my whole predictions thing because I suck. And I got to find a way to beat Santa. I don't know if I cheated this week or not, but whatever. It's my game. Daniel Fisher allowed it.
Sure. Heading to Boston next week.
You think you'll go to Boston?
Song, Daniel. I want to hear the song.
Oh, you actually get that reference? I said that the other day and nobody knew what I was talking about. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to walk away. Think I'll go to Boston. All right, that's it, guys. It's been fun. We'll do this next week.
And again, I apologize for being not around for the first little bit. I was on an important phone call that I couldn't just leave, so I had to.
Your tardiness has been noted. And this will go against your permanent record. Nerd Mob Cannoli. What the hell is Daniel Fisher saying right now? Oh, that's
Nerd
emojis. Forgot about it.
I really want some cannoli though.
Yeah, I kind of want to know too. And it's too late to get it. Thanks, guys. Thanks. There's actually a deli like right down. Well, it's not a deli. It's Nardelli's. But it's right down the street. I could have got it. But now I can't anymore. Because I sat here and I just I talked about Daredevil and I lost to Santa again. I actually didn't lose to. I'm on a streak. This is 2 weeks in a row. I haven't let him beat me, whether it's a push or not. So
Just a second here. Now that I think about it, I think that might happen.
you have cannolis you didn't know about? How does that happen? Did you freeze cannolis? Are you some kind of weirdo?
No, I got cabbage rolls.
Cabbage rolls? That's
And to keep, yeah, no, I just like I remember seeing something similar to it. Cabbage rolls kind of look the same, but not exactly the same.
You know what the filling in cannolis is? What's made of?
Cheese, right? Cheese and meat. Cheese.
Yeah, ricotta.
Yeah.
Not meat. Cheese.
Well, it depends.
Hey, I don't know what they do with bacon, but
I got taquitos in there too.
Some kilos?
Taquitos. Taquitos?
What?
Taquitos? You know what a taquito is?
That's a wrap. No kilos.
It's a wrap.
Oh, I forgot to get the wrap it up thing. Oh, man. I gotta add that for next week too.
Okay, but here, just a second. I'll show you.
Get out of here, Michael Porter. We're not as long as that. That's what she said. But
that's what she said.
What are you doing? What are you doing now? You showing off something?
Second here.
Habits roll.
Do that.
Oh,
that's something I got today. Traded that and got that today. 1966 to go along with my. So now I need an issue 50, Fantastic Four issue 50 to finish that arc, the first Galactus arc ever. It's just crazy that I own these now. Like, I think it's just so crazy. Like, I never would have imagined like owning these things back when I was a kid. Like owning like the first appearance of Galactus. Like, and I wanted them so badly.
Yeah. Yeah, you got way more than me.
Yeah, I mean, just a second here. See what else I got here. The first Wolverine miniseries from back in the day, from 1980.
A little jingle for like the end of the stream, like, and now it's time for Trev to make us jealous.
Yeah. Yeah. I got some Daredevil in here too, actually.
I've never owned a Daredevil comic, not gonna lie.
There's all my Silver Surfers. I was looking through this earlier. I think I had Daredevil father. Daredevil and the Punisher.
When I was going back and looking at something for that video I made, though, like those comics are dark as hell, man.
Yeah.
Good old Marvel Unlimited.
Tiger Division. What if Miles Morales became Captain America? So much shit. Holy fuck.
You done showing off yet?
Sure, whatever you want to do. I just wanted to show off that Fantastic Four, the other one there, but
yeah,
it's a pretty big deal.
Trev lives.
Kind of a big deal. That's my trivia team name. Kind of a big deal.
All right, I'm hungry. I want some cannolis. I can't have them. Mike Porter is just going to keep throwing out weird ass chair jokes if we don't get out of here. So we're going to say, I don't know. You got anything to say before we go?
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right, it just got weird. Later, guys.
Nerd Mafia, forget about it. We run laps in 12 parsecs, maybe less, and done flat. A good fella here to bless them all with fun facts.
Leave the gun. Technically.